got a little break. Like you want a little better what I used to do. That's a great thing. He's talking about great things. If you've been healed and you know it, let him know that he's done great things. Hallelujah. Give him praise this morning for great things that he's doing. And great things he's going to continue to do. He's not just going to sit down. He's not just going to leave you on the side of the road. He's still going to do great things. No matter what you've done, he's still going to do great things. Hallelujah. I'm so glad that he ain't like me. Because people will make you do things and you don't want to do nothing. If God had just quit on you whenever you start doing things he just wants you to do, where would you be at right now? Hallelujah. I give him praise for that in itself alone. Great thing. I'm not always been the man you see standing here before you this morning. It took no work to do a great thing. It took no to do what I'm doing now. Great things that he's doing. Great things he will continue to do. Praise the name of God. When we sit down, he's still doing great things. When we stand up, he's still doing great things. Even when we praising him, he's still going to do great things. Notice I said great because when you praise him, he's got to stand up. Those are my people. They need to praise. I got to go greater than I did before. Great things. Great things. Great things. Well, thank y'all for that, collection. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming. Amen. Thank you for coming. I just give God the praise this morning for everything that he's doing. And that's right. He ain't finished yet. He ain't finished yet. This morning I want to talk about it's in the stretch this morning. All right. Every once in a while, God's got to stretch you out a little bit. He's got to stretch you more than what you think that you can handle. I had these little rubber band. I don't need that anyway, just because it ain't working. We're going to make it work and do what it do. We're going to make it do what it do. The devil is a lie. Somebody needs to hear it. They got to be stretched this morning. The enemy don't want you to hear it, but you're going to hear it anyway. Anyhow, this morning this is a rubber band. It goes for the hair, but it stretches out, stretches all kinds of ways. I lay it down. It has potential energy. Yeah. You have potential energy in you. Sometimes God has to take that potential energy when it's laid down and stretch it out a little bit. That potential energy turns into kinetic energy. Because kinetic energy means that it's moving a little bit. Sometimes God has to move you a little bit, stretch you out a little bit, and make you realize the things that you can do. You leave the rubber band laying around. Everybody seen a dry, rotted rubber band? You try to stretch it and it breaks. You know why it breaks? Because it's not being moved. It's not being moved. If you're not being moved, if you're not being stretched a little bit, and something comes to your life, you're going to break. This rubber band here is broke. It ain't been used. It's dry. And the thing about a rubber band, it has its own own like natural oils in it. When you stretch it out, the oils move.
All right.
And let us get on in this right here. The enemy wants you to think that you're low on your oil in the stretching out process. But I come to tell you, don't let the enemy lie to you about your oil. Your oil is full. It reminds me of Elijah and the widow woman. She had debts to pay. Her husband had died. People were coming after her. See, back in those days, when you owed money, thank God they don't do it now. They come after your kids. They come after your livestock. Whatever they can get, they come after. She come to the man Elijah. See, and he had just come out of his stretching period too. Now, if you want to know some more about that, you got to get to the Word of God and read it for yourself. I ain't giving you everything. But she met him, and he was like, "What can I do for you?" And she was like, I'm just gonna say it in my words. I'm broke. I'm disgusted. I don't have no way to pay these bills because these people are coming to get my kids. My kids help me. Elijah said, "What you got?" She said, "I ain't got nothing but a little oil." A little oil. Just a little oil. I come to tell you this morning, the enemy wants you to think that little oil you got is not enough. But I come to tell you that little oil you got, God will stretch it, make it enough. He took that little oil that she had and told her, "Look, you go to all your neighbors, get vessels for them, and pour." And she poured. 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 Till she couldn't pour no more. I come to tell you this morning, let the Lord pour into you. Even though you think you don't have enough, even though you think that sometimes that stretching that you don't want to go through, let Him pour into you what He's got for you. There's power in the oil. There's power in the stretch. There's power when you let God stretch you out. I looked up the meaning right here of the word stretch. And it says the meaning go beyond or almost beyond your usual limit of something.
All right.
Stretch. That tells me I can only stretch this far. God can stretch me this far. God stretches me this far, that oil can flow through me. And I can bless somebody else with the oil that God put in me.
Thank you, Lord.
If you have your Bibles, let's look at this Old Testament man named Job. You're talking about somebody stretched. You're talking about somebody that was hurting, but he was hurting in his stretch. He kept on going through the stretch because he knew that God was in the stretch with him. When we realize when God's in the stretch with us, we'll stretch on out. I got a little note the other day in the mail. My wife gave it to me. It was Tony Evans' thing. And it said, if I can remember it right, if we could see the steps of the journey, we wouldn't even try to take it.
Tell the truth.
If we could see what we got to go through, we wouldn't want to go.
That's good.
But I'm learning in this journey that God is able. God is willing. God wants to go through the stretch with us. God's allowing us to be stretched. He's allowing us to be stretched. That's what I thank God for. He allows those things to help us. The stretch ain't going to hurt you.
All right.
The stretch is going to build you up. The stretch gives you muscles. The stretch gives you character. The stretch makes you realize who you are in Christ. It makes you realize what kind of man or woman of God that you are and what you're capable of being. It's about the stretch, y'all. It's all about, there's power in the stretch.
Yes.
There's power. So much power in the stretch.
Amen.
Let's look at this man Job here.
Uh-huh.
Job. Poor Job. We say poor Job because we look at everything he went through. It says in verse 1, it talks about him. It said he was a upright man. That he was a devout man. That he was a man that hated evil. That he was a man that loved God. That didn't sin. Tried not to sin. Let me put it that way. Because everybody sins.
That's right.
But Job, he was a man after God's own heart. He loved the Lord. He loved the Lord so much that he atoned for his children just in case they sinned. That means that he prayed for his children just like we do, just in case. Just in case. But in my point, me, I did.
All right.
But the prayers of a righteous woman avail as much. And that woman right there, she prayed for me. My grandma prayed for me. And it had been for them prayers when I was out here running, doing whatever. But I had to go through the stretch myself. I had to go through the stretch for myself. I had to get a one-on-one relationship with him myself. I can't live off Mama's prayers for me. I've got to get my own relationship. I've got to learn who he is for me. Every single one of us has got a own individual relationship we have to get with Christ through the stretch. The stretch is powerful. As we look here, Job, what does it say here? In the name of the man whose name was Job. This man was blameless, upright, feared God, shunned evil. He had 7 sons, 3 daughters, and owned 1,000 sheep, 1,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, 5,000 donkeys, and a large number of servants. He was the greatest man among the of the East. All that he had. All that he had. Nowadays, we turn it into nowadays things. He was a multi-billionaire. He made Donald Trump look like he ain't nothing. He had the money. He could do things. He could speak things and people would move just by his voice. But one thing he did, he honored God with all these things that he had. He didn't let those things stand in front of him and his God. That's why, honestly, a lot of us, including me, are where you are. Because God can only trust you with so much. He knows what to give you. He knows how much to take you to. After you go through stretching, you may get a little more. Because the stretching where you learn. The stretching is where you can sit down with Christ and have that one-on-one intimate relationship with him. Whenever you're all alone sometimes in the desert and that heat, you know what? You hear that water running? That water represents the flowing of that anointing of God. The water, it just flows through you like that water was just flowing down that sink. It flows through you through the stretch. When you're stretched out, it can flow. If you don't want to stretch, it won't flow. You get clogged up. And it stops. But you can't stop the anointing of God. God's already said that you're going to do, you will do. You might put it on hold for a little bit. Put it to the back. But you can't stop it. Nothing, a name, nothing can stop the anointing of God flowing through you. Let's get back here to this. The Bible says that it will rain, like that right there, on the just and unjust, Matthew 5:45. With that being said, let's talk about the stretch. The stretch comes when God is up to something.
Amen.
God is up to something
right.
whenever you're in the stretch.
Come on.
Think about that. God is up to something. It reminds me of that song. He knows my name. He knows my name. Mine.
Yes.
Who am I for God to know my name?
Yes.
So that can allow me to go through the stretch. If he knows my name, I can go through the stretch with him because he knows my name.
Yes.
He knows everybody's name.
Yes.
But it just touched my heart. He knows my name. Anthony. Who am I? Think about that thing. Who are you? That he thinks about you. That he loves you so much. That he will put up with your stuff. Put up with my stuff. Because I got some stuff, y'all.
Amen.
But he puts up with it. But slowly, surely, every day through the stretch, something falls off. Something falls off. Through the stretch, something falls off. Every day, something's falling off. And the thing about it, I don't even realize it's falling off. Because my walk gets a little lighter. And I don't realize the walk's getting lighter when stuff is falling off. And I refuse to turn around and pick it up. I refuse to turn around and pick it up. I've turned around and picked up stuff so much in my life. I'm sick and tired of picking stuff up. It's not going to do me no good. If it's going to do me some good, he will keep it with me.
Amen.
If he's done took it off of you, let it stay.
Amen.
You ain't got to pick it up. You pick it up because you want to. You pick it up because you think you might fail. I'd rather go hard for God than to stop short and wonder what could happen. Don't stop short. Keep on going. If you go and fail hard, you just fail. God is still with you. But if you stop short, you're always wondering, well, what if I would have went through the whole stretching process? But I ask God and pray to God, get me out of this thing. Get me out of this stretch. God, I don't want to be in the stretch no more. But he says, no. You got to do this. It is necessary for the next level. It is necessary for you to be stretched. It is necessary for you to realize the things that I said that you could do through this situation. It is necessary for these things to happen to you. God don't make no mistakes. Not at all. We may see them. God does not make no mistakes. Learn from the stretch. I want to look at this one verse right here in the book of Job. Verse 8. I like this. It's my key verse because as we see him, the enemy, they're talking back to and from. And he says, have you considered my servant? Put your name right there. Have you considered my servant Anthony? Have you considered him? But think about this. God has so much faith in Job that he handed him over. He handed him. He said, go ahead. Do what you can do with it. Put your name there. Can God trust you to go through the stretch? Can he trust you to go through the stretch? He put your name in that place where he said, Job. Think about that. That's something deep to go through. That he could trust you with a trial. That he could trust you with a tribulation. That he could trust you with things like that. That lets me know that God, he loves me. Because if he can trust me to go through something like that, he's trying to build me up. He's trying to build my character up. He's trying to make me to go on another level of him. You got to look at it like that. It ain't all bad. It's all good, as you say. It's all good to go through these things. It's not bad. You look back, and through that process, you will be stronger. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You'll be better than you ever was before. You'll be stronger, wiser. You'll be able to look at things in a totally different way than you had before. My servant. Now the stretching is not just for the natural. It's for the spiritual. I played sports in high school. You know, we always stretch before we do anything. You got to stretch this because they don't want you to pull no muscles. That's natural stretching. But we should be stretching our spiritual muscles before we come through this door. Into the gates of Thanksgiving. We should be stretching our muscles wherever we can stretch them at. I stretch them on my job.
Amen.
I stretch them in my car.
Amen.
I stretch them in my house. Wherever I can do something for Jesus Christ, I'm stretching. Because I've got to go through the stretch.
Yes.
I've got to be stretched. Matter of fact, I want to be stretched. I want to be the same today. I don't want to stay where I am right now. I don't want to be where I am right now no more. I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied. Because I know there's more to be had. There's more blessings waiting. There's more than you can imagine if you just step into it. Don't fear that stretch. There's power in it. There's might in that stretch. Somebody can be healed in that stretch. But my God is a healer.
Yes, He
My
is.
God is a way maker. My God ain't going to put no more on me than I can bear. So with that being said, when you're going through a trial, when you're going through a stretching, you can bear it. The enemy's the one telling you that you can't bear it. The enemy's the one whispering in your ear saying, what, say what this, say to that, and that's all it sounds like, but we're hearing what we want to hear because the stretch hurts sometimes.
Come on.
The stretch don't feel good.
That's right.
It's just like last Saturday, the funeral of my brother. And there's one point that stuck out with me that pastor said. He said there's two cups that we're going to have to drink out of. He said there's the sweet cup that we all want. The Kool-Aid cup, that's what I'm going to call it. The Kool-Aid cup that you want to drink out of. And then there's the castor oil cup. Nobody likes castor oil. No, nobody wants castor oil. When I said castor oil, everybody said, ugh. Everybody got ugly up in here. Everybody got ugly. Nobody wants that. But it was good for you. Because it got whatever it needed to get out of it. You didn't want it. You didn't want it. You didn't want that castor oil. But the next morning, you felt clean. But he said, they sit side by side. And sometimes you don't know which cup you're going to drink out of. You just reach up and take a drink sometimes. Sometimes it may be bitter. And sometimes it may be sweet. But thank you, Holy Ghost. If you know who is pouring in that cup, because they're not going to give you nothing that's going to hurt you. Whenever I was little, my mom used to give me prune juice all the time. I didn't like it. I didn't want it. I didn't want that prune juice. It got to a point where I started liking that prune juice. And I could drink it. And I knew that she won't give me nothing that was going to hurt me. It just helped me. Because we don't know everything.
That's true.
Especially when you're in a stretch. Because the stretch, sometimes, it will make you forget where you come from. because you're so focused on the stretch. And we all have to remember where we started. We all have to remember where we came from.
All right.
Still, if you're still struggling with stuff, you're still better than what you were. If you got addictions and you're still worshiping and serving God, you're better than what you were. You may still have the craving for this or that, but you're still better than what you were.
Amen.
One day you may be out here searching for it every hour. The next time you may be searching for it one time a day. You better than what you was. The next time, instead of one day, it may be a day and a half. If you keep on seeking God, stuff is going to happen. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Things are going to change. I don't care who you are, things are going to change. The stretch does something for us. The stretch helps us. The stretch anoints us. The stretch is just powerful. And I want to look right here at this one verse that I like too. Like I said, the whole story, I just couldn't get it all together in one thing. Because I'd be up here from now until 6 o'clock this evening.
Amen. That's right.
Because all y'all be here asleep, ready to go by then. I'm going to be real with you. Most of the time, people's attention span is 20 minutes to 30. After that, it's over with, and everybody else telling them where they want to go eat at. What you ain't got to think about today, you come over here and eat. And that was free. But as we go through, I like right here where Job says in verse 21, 20 and 21, it says he tore his robe, shaved his head. And this right here gets you. It said, naked I came, naked I will depart. Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Praise the name of the Lord. It's all in the stretch. He gave it all up to God. He gave it all up. He said, look, you made me this way. You can do with me what you will. I come into this world naked. Naked, I'm going to leave this world. Knowing all the gifts and everything that you have is going to be just turned to dust. But your spirit will live again. Through the stretch. The stretch makes you be able to say, naked. Naked I will. Naked I came. Praise the name of the Lord while I'm stretching. He was stretching. His kids got killed. All his animals, oxen got took away from him. It was like one thing after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. And you know what God did? He blessed one right after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. That's exactly what it is. The more things that come his way, the more God said, you take that right there. You take that right there. But the thing about their silent blessings. They're silent blessings. They're the kind of blessings that if you're not in tune with God, you'll miss them. Because he'll give them to you silently, without everybody else knowing what's going on. And you can be able to go through that stretch with those silent blessings. And you're going right along. And you don't even realize it sometimes yourself that he's blessing you. That you was going to step in a hole and he just puts the dirt over it and you just walk right over it and you don't even realize it. Silent blessings help you. They don't always have to be loud. Look at this and look at that. God's not a loud God. He don't do all that kind of stuff to show. He likes to bless you one-on-one in your secret closet when there ain't nobody but you and him. And you can give him the praise and give him the honor and the glory whenever you're in that closet all by yourself. Just you and him giving him praise for what he's doing in your life. Even that potato chip commercial. You can only eat one. You can't just eat just one when you get on the Holy Spirit train. You gotta have more than one. And then after that you want another one. And then after that you want another one. And you want another one. And you want another one. It's just so good to know that. You know, Job trusts God in spite of his situation. In spite of the situation, he trusted Job. He trusted God. The situation looked glim. The situation looked hopeless. He lost everything. He didn't have nothing. His wife turned on him. His friends done turned on him. He didn't have nothing. I said that to say this. Don't let the situation overrule the sustainer.
Amen.
He'll sustain you in that situation. He won't let nothing fall on you. He won't let you fall. The only way that you'll fall is because you won't fall. Things called trip hazards. You are one of your worst on trips. Because we're flesh. Because we're human. And because sometimes we just don't believe. My Lord. We believe what somebody else is saying because we can see that person. And we won't believe God because we can't see it. But we can feel it. We can feel it. We can walk outside right now. If the wind's blowing a little bit, it's hot. But you know what? God's a cool. He's got that cooling breeze. That cooling water that dips you in. And I praise him. I thank you. Amen. There's wisdom that we have. And I'm about finished now. But I just want you to understand. The stretch is good. The stretch is worthy of God's praise. The stretch is for your good. And I just thank you for that stretch. The stretch is not for punishment, it's for purity. It's to purify you up. It's to make you more like Him from day to day instead of being more like yourself. It's for purity. It's for provision. Hebrews 12:6 says, "My son, do not make light of the Lord's discipline." Listen to this. Do not lose heart when He rebukes you, because the Lord disciplines the one He loves and chastens everyone He accepts as His son. If He's disciplining you, He accepts you. If He's not disciplining you, you better get on your knees and ask for forgiveness, because you're not His. It right here tells me, accepts His sons. If you're not His son, you need to become His son. Don't get mad because He disciplines you. He said, do not lose heart when He disciplines you. Do not lose heart when you're stretching. Keep your heart. Yes. Keep your heart. He loves you. And He wants you to be His. Totally. Not halfway. What does it say about in and out halfway? He'll spew you out of His mouth. I don't want to be spewed. I ain't going to be spewed. Keep it real. I ain't going to be spewed. I ain't going nowhere. I've been in this thing too long now. There's a lot more of you sitting out here today that can say the same thing, that can get on the same train I'm on. You've been in this thing too long now. And when you look back, like that one song, I see heels. And I see heels. And I see more heels. But I look back and I can see where I came from. I see more heels back there and I see up here. But the heels in front of me are a little flatter than the ones that are behind me. Because the ones behind me were going straight up. These ones in front of me, they level off. But they're still going to be some heels. They're still going to be heels. That's the word of God for the people.
Amen. Amen.
Remember, there's power in the stretch.
Amen. Amen.
Don't be discouraged in the stretch.
Amen.
Stand strong in the stretch. There's blessings to be had in the stretch. There's wisdom God wants to give you in the stretch. He wants to free you of something in the stretch. Or free somebody that knows you in the stretch. Because people will watch you go through the stretch and they'll say, if he can go or she can go through the stretch, I can go through the stretch. I knew where they were. I knew how they used to be. I seen them yesterday and I see them today. And look what they're doing there. They're going through the stretch with God. They're praising. They're going to church. And they're watching you. And you might not be right. I'm going to say it like that. You might not be where you need to be in Christ. But like I said before, you're better than what you was.
That's right.
And people are watching you and seeing where you was at and seeing where you are now. And they're like, wow, I want some of that. And they're not doing it with pills. They're not doing it with drugs. They're not doing it with alcohol. They're not doing it. What they're doing it with is the Holy Spirit. They're doing it all with the oil. They're getting a little sip of that oil every day. That oil is building character. It's the oil every day. Every day. Taste and see.
Yes.
Taste and see. If you would, just stand to your feet. Now I know about a lot of people.